This is Dave at TitleSearch.com again. Many properties built in the last 20 or 30 years were built in some type of homeowners association. It may be a condominium development, it may be a subdivision or planned unit development. So a homeowners association has almost as much, if not more, effect on a property as even the city or county. That homeowner association is responsible for maybe the roads, common areas, maybe the exterior of buildings, landscaping. Because of that, the financial activity of that HOA or condo association has a very serious effect on properties in that development. If dues are unpaid by one property owner, maybe because of foreclosure or some type of financial distress, the responsibilities paid by that association will then filter out to their owners who are paying. So that may affect dues. In some cases, if there may be a special assessment, if there's some large expense for an air conditioning unit or maybe a pool pump, that may be distributed to all the owners. In most cases, the homeowner association is supposed to keep proper reserves. It should know how long the roof is supposed to last on the community building. It's supposed to know how long the roads are going to last, or curbs, or maybe the paving on the parking areas. And they should be keeping reserves every year to pay for those when they're due in 10 or 15 or 20 years. So if you're purchasing in a homeowner association complex or development, take a look at what their corporate structure is. Make sure it was constituted correctly by the builder. Make sure that there's appropriate books and records being maintained. Make sure that the finances are in order. If there was a repair to something, make sure it was bid out properly, and that the reserves are being kept for future repairs. If you're buying into a homeowner association property and there's no reserves, and you know that it's going to need roads or a new pool pump or what have you, at some point that expense is going to be passed down to the owners, and it may be a special assessment. There may be a hidden liability for that association, and liability is an important subject. Make sure the HOA has proper insurance for injury, damages, or even accidents on the property. If somebody gets hurt on the playground, they may sue the association or sue the development, and if there's no proper insurance in place, any lawsuit damages or awards can flow right back to the association members, which are the homeowners. A really good example of that is that Zimmerman case in Florida, where the homeowner association security guard, shot the kid, presumably defending the property. If that lawsuit goes to court and there's a damage claim against the association, you better hope they have insurance that will cover that payout. Or that if it exceeds that amount, again, it will flow to the property owners because they may be liable. So homeowner association, make sure there's no liens or judgments or lawsuits against the association. Check to see if there's a large number of property owners who aren't paying their dues, because if that's the case, then it's going to flow down to the people who are paying their dues. Make sure that if there are foreclosures, that's not affecting the values in the association, and that is also not affecting the reserves and the financial status of that HOA. So HOAs are a big part of properties in this decade, in this century, because many developments were created with a planned unit development structure.